Hello, guys. Welcome. Welcome to another episode of Ripster Daily Trade Recaps and Teachings. So, guys, solid start of the week, solid start of the Monday. Very bullish day in the market, bull trend all day. So we had a solid place today. There's a good amount of things to discuss and review. But before I do that, just a quick introduction to anybody who is new to my channel, new to my Twitter, or new to my community. So these trade recaps and teachings are from the any trade ideas or any investment ideas or any swing ideas that I discuss either in my community or I share on my Twitter or I share with you guys in my past video recaps or any YouTube videos. So we try to see where we made money, where we lost money because we always trade with a defined repeatable setup or setups that we can trade for rest of our lives, and we have a system. We trade with a system that we can repeat again and again and again for all of life. So basically we have a repeatable setup, repeatable system. We do not trade random. We do not trade that we think something is low or something is high. So that's what we do every day, be it a swing trade, day trade, investment, whatever we do, it's a repeatable process. So every day before the market opens, me and my team, we go through all the new sources, upgrades, downgrades, and we create a game plan for the community, which includes the support and resistance pivots, which tell us if we are going to take a long or short, and using our EMA cloud system. And we have a game plan, we have initial buys. You can see today's news plan, game plan in front of us. Palantir, GameStop, so we had GameStop, Para, LI, FRPT, Save, Tyson, Apple, Micron, among other, and Disney. I personally did the trades on Disney, Tyson Foods, some Gamey, and I think we traded some PLNTR as well. So we'll discuss all these plays and see how that worked out. In addition to that, we also share what we call as our daily levels for the community. Today, the daily levels on SMCI and NVDA really held us, and so were the levels on Meta and AMD. So we will discuss that. So I shared these levels with the community so that we can trade based upon these levels and the system. You can pause the screen and see how we use these levels. In addition to that, we also, trade all the crypto stocks, Coin, MSTR, CLSK. Today, Mara was also a good one. They were on our game plan as well, and we provide those levels. Then I have a day 2, day 3 strategy, which actually I'm planning to do a webinar for my community probably this later this week. This strategy that I built on the day 2, day 3 setups, you can pause the screen and see how we play this strategy. And Square, MRNA were decent plays from there. IBM was another nice day to play from this strategy. We will talk more about these few of these plays as well. AMGN was another day 2, day 3 setup. So a lot of day 2, day 3 setups were really good for us. We'll discuss all those as well. I'm gonna voice first few hours, 2 to 3 hours when the market opens, guiding everybody through what I'm looking at the market, what is strong, what is a good long, what is a good short, what is a chop. So a lot of my comments are on voice, which I can't really show you, but I also try to alert in my feed about my market analysis, my trades. So I will show you those timestamped comments as well, and you can see how the trade, how the ticker panned out. Sometimes I share my trades. We do not do P&Ls in our room. We have a strict policy, but I do some share on any trades that trying to show how to maximize if I'm trading options or shares. So I do sometimes share my position or my profit or my loss, just to teach everybody in the community. So anyways, a little bit longer introduction today. Let's go to the start with the first play. So the first one we're going to discuss is Disney long. So let's look at Disney, see how we traded that. So let's first go and look back. What was the plan on Disney, right? It was on our game plan, and why did I choose it too long? So Disney got 140 profit target from Loop. Last time I remember this company, I don't really know this analyst, but last time they did an upgrade, the stock ran. So, anyways, the plan on the game plan on Disney was bullish wise if 114 holds, breakout over 115. So, I gave the complete plan in the pre market. Support pivot was 113.80, resistance pivot was 114.92. So, those were our two pivots. In addition to that, I really like the Disney daily chart. I was on the voice in the pre-market. I did mention that Disney we will focus. See, I don't even have EMA Clouds on top of this one because I just like this setup, the downtrend channel break or a downtrend kind of pattern break or a channel and things turning over all the EMA clouds. You see 3450 break, nice reversal. So you can see that reversal pattern developing. So that's why I was very interested in Disney. So as soon as our market opened, you see that I already gave the game plan. So, the traders were already trading it. You see how it held and pushed right over 114. I said long versus 114. That's what I said in the morning. And then by end of the day, we hit 117, right? So if you long that, and I was also talking about the swing on Disney as well because I really like this curl. But the thing is, we are earning coming up, so we don't really want to risk in the earnings. So maybe just trade into the earnings and then decide how to play it after the earnings. Last earnings was really good. We really nailed it. But anyways, coming to today's breakout, you can see my guidance. You can see all the price alerts going through. But there's something I want to note about Disney. So anyways, so big profit Disney, most of the profits were taken at 116. When Disney were pulling back right here, you know, it was breaking the clouds, but it went into a consolidation. It went into the consolidation, and I somehow did not have a price alert on that, but some traders held it all the way. I would have added back more into this position and then even get more returns from the morning longs. But anyways, I'm very happy with a lot of traders in the community who really nailed the Disney. And because you can always, you see, when the clouds are so close, 3450, you can always use that risk level, right? So you take out half position, you hold the rest half. Either you can use 3450 because there's not much room between 3450 and 512s. So the risk is not too much. But anyways, from our 114, 15, 114 long, Disney went on to 116, 17. You saw the pre-market guidance, you saw my comments and on that, and you saw the analysis on the daily chart. Very nice, repeatable setup, bullish setup, beautiful trade, nice win in the community. Let's look at the next setup. So next setup was a Tyson Foods, which was a short today. So let's look how it worked out. Let's go back and first look at our game plan, right? So we always look at the game plan. So Tyson Food bullish if 62.40 holds, gap fill under it. So focus on this support level 62.40, right? So it right away faded right before the open. It faded under that level, right? So it's already super duper bearish, and that 60 to 40 break, I hate when they break down right before the open. But regardless, I could see like, it was breaking down on the breaking down through the 50 EMAs was very bearish. So that's why I told everybody short TSN, don't chase, you can short the pops, no big deal. And after that, the TSN went on to fade. It gave a little pop here in the $60, but that was right at open when I told us TSN short was right at open. So you see that. Let's see how it faded all day. Let's look at a 1 minute chart just to show you guys. And you see that, it bounced a little here. That's it. And then it faded all the way. And Tyson Foods, my target was 55. We hit 56, 52. And I really wanted to see the 57 break for rest of the day. So I really wanted to see the 57 breaks, right? So it was a decent fade into 10 a.m. But I really wanted to see the 57 break. But you see here, right? Want to see 57 break, and they held it. And when it's holding so many times, you have to get out on this 512 curls, right? Right here, you get out. Then you can long scalp as well if you want, because you see that how this pattern is developing. That either way a move is coming. But when 57 is being reclaimed, that the short might not really work. And once this reclaims 512 clouds, that's it. That's your signal to get out. So, but anyways, it was a good short in the morning. If you shorted the pops, maybe you made a little bit here. right? But rest of the day it was a chop. Basically, it was a morning trade, and then rest of it was sideways, right? If you entered in the morning, 59 bucks, you still made, you still made decent $2 to $3 per share short. So let's look at our, when the market was opening, I told everybody that today is a bullish day. Market is gapping up. So I told everybody market is gapping up. We were going to have a strong day. And what is strong when market is running? Big seven was weak. We did our market analysis. Semiconductors were strong, right? The semiconductors were strong. So that's why we selected semiconductors to trade, right? That's why I selected SMCI to trade. I selected NVDA to trade. That was the reason. So I told everybody on the voice, you won't see here, but I told everybody on the voice, SMCI is good long, and not just blindly, right? What were the levels that I gave in the morning? 795, and 800 pivots. So I saw this breakout on SMCI, right? So let me show you. So I saw this 800 psychological level, right? And that's a long 795, and that's a long. You long here or you long this pullback on the 512 clouds, never breaking the 512s. Look, it's holding the 512s. You could either long that or you could long this flag break. I actually shared this flag break. You can see here. I was talking about that flag break in the community, on the voice, on the trading floor. You need to identify such patterns, right? And so you okay. So anyways, we were long. So SMCI breaking out of our levels, 800 breakout. That's what I told everyone. Told everybody to lock half here, and then it pulls back to the clouds. Flag breakout. I gave the 830 target. We met our 830 target at the end of the day. I we holding some runners on that one. Really nice. We'll see how it works out tomorrow. If you see the daily chart on SMCI is kind of making a nice setup there. So I want to see this breakout. Maybe we can push higher. Nice 4 days running up, higher lows, higher lows. But anyways, you can pause the screen, see the guidance. Beautiful trade on SMCI. Let's go to the next. So the next trade was same sector, the twin of SMCI, that was NVIDIA. So what was a NVIDIA long? So NVIDIA was long versus 890 because market was bullish. So let's look at the levels that I gave in the pre-market. The levels I gave were 890 support, 885 support, 895 resistance, and 900 psychological level resistance. Those were the right. This was the first resistance breakout. When I saw that breaking out, that's when I gave everybody long. This was the risk 890. So $6-7 risk or $5 risk, and you made, you risking that you made almost $25. So one risk to five rewards. Doesn't matter you have 100 shares, 10 shares, right? You risked $5 and you made $20. I'm just giving you an example. It does not matter. It's all about risk to reward. And the options, of course, really moved nicely. So you can see NVIDIA 890 good long, 905 is the amateur move, 905 target met, next target 910. Of course, 10 a.m. pullback, nothing surprising about that. Your first profits are 10 a.m. You get the 10 a.m. pullbacks, and then you hold that 512s and you trade there. And then it was a similar flag. I was keep talking about how NVIDIA is flagging, right? I said hold the runners. I told people hold the runners. 920, 933 next target, 1/4 left, hold the runners. So you can see the guidance, right? We are not just selling NVIDIA and moving on just because it's pulling back from our morning long. No, we are holding it. We are holding for the next leg. So NVIDIA flag break, good slow mover, that's fine. And then NVIDIA kind of tried to break the 512s, but then it reclaimed 512s. Means it's more bullish. And that's what I told everybody. Reclaim 512s. 920 is the next breakout. It breaks out 920 and hits 920 to 20. And you see that the morning target that I gave at 10 a.m., we met those targets on NVIDIA. Beautiful, beautiful long. Not in hindsight. Pause the screen, review my comments, and review how the trade panned out for us. Beautiful, stress-free day, bullish day, NVIDIA and SMCI. All if you can't make money on this move, then you're oversizing, you're chasing, you're stopping out. Take one contract. I know small accounts can't do it, but any account size you have, you need to size so that you don't panic and you don't cut. All right, let's talk about AMD now, right? If you remember, I told the community to hold the AMD longs, from the other day because we were over 150 psychological level, and now we gapped up. So now we gapped over. So there was this gap risk, right? If we long here, we know there's a gap risk. There's this gap risk. So that's what I discussed on the voice before the market open. Because if you see that we have breakout over 155.50, right? But at the same time, we also had this 150 support pivot. Look, my support here, 150.80, right? You see that? So there was a gap fill risk. That's what I told anybody. But when the gap filled, then you can use the same level to long, right? Gap filled, amateur move is done. You long here, you can risk the low of the candle, and then you trade it, right? And it's a good swing versus 150. I love it, love AMD. So any swing, any pullback to 150s is a good ad with the stops at probably 140s or 145s, looking for 170, 180. So I like that, you know. So really like that swing, but AMD was not that crazy, just like SMCI and NVDA. I was personally doing much more in SMCI and NVIDIA than AMD because of just this gap and this choppy action, but it was still okay. Held the clouds, you see, held the clouds, never broke the clouds. It did break 512s, but it did hold the 3450 clouds to end the day. Let's talk about a loser now. Loser was Apple. So we tried to long Apple, but right away it came under the clouds. You see that? And then for the short, it's wide back. And this is chop. Teach again and again, when something is going up and down the EMA clouds, that is your chop, guys. That is your chop, guys. Yes, in the end of the day, it did give a short, nice short, right? But I didn't touch it because I already got, chopped out. I said I did tell everyone it's bearish. If keep failing 180 support, if keeps failing, you can short it and maybe it gives you 180. But this was again a void for me. This move this move was not enough for me anyways, right? There was much better trades. Then rather than getting chopped out on Apple, I could trade SMC and Nvidia and do much better. But this all whole action today, this whole action today on Nvidia was on a app on let me see if I can highlight this. This whole action today is not what that I really want to focus on, right? When I have much better other trades to focus on, so I don't want this choppy action. All right, guys, let's look at the next one. The next one was Square. That was our day too long. So Square was day too long. You see day too long. You see my alert there in the morning. But it's not about the alerts. It's about the planning, right? It was our day two setup. This was top day two setup over 71 resistance pivot. And once the 71 resistance pivot is gone, it's gone, right? It's gone. You'll take long over 71, retest of 71, clouds held, and all day long to 73.50. Beautiful trade, Square, day 2 long. All right, let's talk about a big, huge winner for us. That was also a swing from Friday. On that was our AMGN trade, right? So AMGN was also a day two. If you were not swinging, that's fine. It was a day two under 3089, short to 300 target, and upside resistance was 313. And right away it flushed. You see how it flushed right away under the level that we gave, and then we were short because of this. This was actually an idea I gave in Twitter as well. You see that this is this kind of setup you want to trade, guys. You want to trade repeatable setups like these. What A plus setup, gap fill. Reason I was a swing short because it was a gap fill and it was closing under the clouds. It was closing bearish that day. So the sellers were already not interested. Buyers were already not interested. And next day it didn't even hold the cloud. So it was a short. So today I added options at the open as well. I was already short on Friday, and the whole community really did good on AMGN because this was one of our top plays. 100%. For me, I had 120% trade, 150%, and then I had a 50% lotto. So that was really good setups. These setups, when they show up, you really need to execute it, right? So I was going to show you the daily chart on AMGN. Let's see, right? Okay, so let's check that out. All right, let's see here. So what do you see? Okay, let me just go back, right? That's not even in community. I did give this idea on the trading floor that it's an ugly candle, good short into the gap, first target 300 psychological level, right? I gave it beforehand, no hindsight, and I show people how it works, and I showed you how I made money on that, and this is today, right? If you invested $2,000, you made 2,000, $3,000, right? This actually went on 220% for me, right? Gap fill idea, 300 first target, and see, I can repeat this setup for rest of my life. That's what I told everyone. These are not a gut feeling trades or I think trades. These are the setup trades. And you can see I was short AMGN from 309, right? It's already 1 risk to 1 reward. Already made money on the share side. Then you see my 297 put was 50%, and then my 307 50 put was 100%. So those are the kind of trades, right, that really help you grow and get things going. So that was a brilliant setup for us in the community, and everybody banked from the swing trade. I'm still holding my shares short. We'll see what it does. You're locked a little bit. Stops probably break even, or maybe I'll see if it gets over 300, then I have to manage it. But so far bearish. Maybe it gives us a day 3 short as well. But beautiful, lovely setup, guys. Try to focus on such setups, and then your account will definitely grow. Either your stocks, options, does not matter. All right, let's talk about MRNA. So MRNA was also our day 2 setup, right? So again, I go back to my day 2s. MRNA, here you go, 122, 126.40. So my support was 122. Even there was another support here, right? Kind of here, that I missed to add, but it's known. Most of traders know that. That's always a cloud break support, and we were short Marna, right? So I told everybody it's a short. It's under day 2, day 3 pivot levels, so it has to be short. And this is the first level of short right here, and the second level of short here, and then target was 120, and then other target was 118.50. I said, look here, short 120, 121 first target, even though I talked about short on the voice way before I posted it here. And then I said 120 breaks, we get more, have some patience, and we got 118.50, a little bit 25 cents short of my target, and then it bounced, you get out here. That was another day 2. Easy setup, guys, no stress. You pretty much, the options went 50-60%, and wherever you shorted, you still made $4 to $5 short per share. Beautiful trade. Let's look at Boeing. Boeing was, I missed it personally, but I just want to highlight that Boeing was a trade from our news bot. And when the news bot alerted Boeing, and then let's see, maybe I can put this way, so news bot went uh, alerted the news right away it was a short. So they said, they are getting another inquiry, and it kind of faded all the way from cloud break 180, 150 to 174. And a lot of traders already got 100%. KB got 158%. Fahad got 120%. And some other traders did a decent trade. Boeing, so that's why these are the new setups. New setup that you need to focus on. And in our community, we are always on top of the news. We do not miss any move or any breaking news comes, we are on top of it. And that was an easy trade. You always size a little smaller in the news plays, and you do not chase, because if you are chasing here at 174 175s, you are risking too much, because it can bounce on your face, right? You think it can go lower, doesn't matter. If it's making this hammer candle, it's not making low, then it's going to bounce back. All right, let's talk about IBM now. IBM, I have been talking about IBM since last week. That's one of my favorite swings. I told in the morning as well, good swing setup. I'm going to update the swing tracker on versus 160, right? So versus 160 was a good swing as well, and it's very strong all day. Beautiful mover. That's why I have IBM every day on my day 2, day 3 setup. You can see support 165.60, resistance 166.61. Once it broke that 160.61 resistance, it was on the way, right? Super strength all day. Now probably coming to resistance, so we watch on the pullbacks for adding back to the swing. But beautiful day 2, day 3 winner. It's IBM, very high conviction. Let's look at GameStop. So Gamey was also on our watch list today. So we did trade a lot of meme stocks in the community. 1460 was our pivot, resistance was 1580, 1640. So initially I was a short biased because if it breaks 1580, but it pushed right through the cloud, so there's no short there on the gaming. When it pushed right through the clouds, it's a long, and you see it pushed right into yesterday's high, so that was a good long scalp, and then probably a short back under 3450. But the good trade that a lot of the community traders did in gaming was this reversal on 512. Look at this. Tape was the one who was guiding on this trade. A lot of other traders did guide on that 34 512 curl. That was a nice one, gamey. It's important to keep eyes on everything that moves so that we can keep finding those opportunities. Just want to talk about Meta as well. This was also a big long for the whole community. I was talking about the voice in on Meta in the morning, that Meta over 457.18. That's a breakout, and that's not the only breakout on Meta. The Meta was over this cloud pivot, right? You see this no, sorry, not the cloud pivot, the gap resistance, right? This is gap high. This is what I covered in my support resistance webinar, and it's going into this next empty space of gap, that's left from here, but this is the breakout from here to there. So I told everybody to hold Meta because market is strong, and Meta was a good win for the whole community. Everybody did really good on Meta today in the community, right? So Slaughter did really good, Trader 45. Everybody was on top of Meta. Everybody loves Meta in our community, so it was really really good trade for everyone on Meta today, right? All right, let's wrap up just talking about SPY QQQ a bit, guys. So SPY QQQ was a bullish all day, right? There's not really many trades until this push and chop, but when these kind of swipes, you see this breakout, then it's a long, midday long, right? These two breakouts, I was actually long on SPY and QQQ since morning, and I told the traders the same. Scalp long, you see that QQQ scalp long, hold into 10 a.m. So there was a first initial scalp long, then it dipped back, and then it held 3450, bounce, but then it broke out midday breakout. There was a midday breakout. The reason was that it was just trading 25% of its ATR before this breakout, and once it broke out, it started to push, flag, push, flag, push, flag. There was no short all day. It went from 25% ATR to 53% ATR. So this slow grind is fine. You don't have to trade these in SPY QQQ. You can just trade the strongest names: Meta, NVDA, SMCI, right? There was no short. Amateurs probably shorting the market again and losing all their money, but there's no short. The trend is long. When trend is long, you stay long. You do not try to go against the trend. You stay long on the individual names on the market. And just look at VIX. What was VIX doing? VIX was dead, guys. VIX was dead. So that means we are in bullish market. I talked about this in my last video, Friday's video as well. Now if VIX breaks 1340 tomorrow, then we're going to continue to be bullish. But I think there's some data, some individual data coming in, so we'll see how that pans out. But another thing to watch is the small caps. The IWMs are strong. The rate sensitive stocks are strong. The Cathy stocks are strong. The mid caps are strong because I think market likes that we might cut soon, or there will be no hikes, of course. So that's why a lot of these names are moving, steadily moving. Market is steady bullish. Nothing bearish about this market. So you see that once market reclaimed these pivots I talked about, bigger picture, always see bigger picture. Even when you're day trading, market went straight up. So power of clouds, once you are over the clouds, that's it, keeps pushing, right? You could swing trade SPY QQQ based upon those cloud rules, and look at QQQ. Once over the 50 EMA 3450 clouds, it goes straight pushing up, right? So these are the things. So this was the main main analysis for SPY QQQ today. This is why it was bullish. This was why individual names were running. Always do your market analysis. We made good money on SPY QQQ long in the morning. I didn't trade in the end of the day. I didn't want to trade this chop, dip, chop, and 20% ATR move. But overall was a decent SPY QQQ day. Nothing surprising today, and that's why our community was 73% green. There was a 16% red today. So very proud of the community today. Well done, everyone. Was a great day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you want to join the community, please come for all the tools and the knowledge. Do not come for the alerts. I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye.